Okay, guys, this one is something I'm kind of excited to talk about because this Benchmade is a knife I didn't even know existed, because it didn't exist at the time I did this ASK knives, which that's a whole different topic. ASK knives, well, the K in the ASK is knives. So this ASK. Anyway, let's put that to the side for a moment. And let's talk about this Benchmade Weekender. And here's the part number. Put that off to the side. This was lent in from my friend Gil at Wild About Sporting Goods. You guys know the drill. 10% off everything you order. Just because Gil is a great guy and because he worked that out for me. So I'm super honored by that. And no, I don't get any kickbacks from that or anything. I'm not that YouTuber that begs you to use my affiliate links all the time and join my Patreon and send me super chats. And no, I'm just a regular guy here sharing knives that I like. I share knives I don't like. And I just show all the knives. So I did this knife video last week, and I will link it down in the corner or whatever, if you didn't see it. And Cliff and Dagny, who actually owns this, the 10-year-old girl, loaned me this. And I asked them if I could wait to send this back to them until this came in from Wild About Sporting Goods so that I could kind of compare, because there's some similarities. And they were super excited about it and said, sure, no problem, no rush. So let's put that to the side for a moment and let's talk about the Weekender. Then we'll touch on the differences between the two and the similarities. This just came out on July 13th, I think it was. I literally released the video on the ASK knife, and then I heard that Benchmade was releasing this. So I reached out to Gil and said, dude, can you send me one as soon as possible so that I could do a video on it really quick? And he did, and here we are. So this one's kind of a multi-tool. This is a multi-knife, if you will. So they call it the Weekender because it has everything you need for your camping trip. You have a short little knife with a lot of belly, and you have a more traditional sized drop point, kind of clip point knife. And on the backside, you have a bottle opener. Okay, that's it. It's not modular, so you can't, at this moment, they do not have replacement blades and optional tools and things like that, like the ASK does. Okay, this has on micarta scales. Let's just zoom in and take a closer look at this thing because it's really nice. It has a great Benchmade Stonewash blade. Love it. And it's S30V, so I love that too. Even though I talked about it in my ASK video that my Swiss Army knife Swiss Champ from almost 30 years ago was still fine with whatever steel they use, but that's okay. Everybody wants a premium steel. But this is really put together nice. Also American made. This is their first production, S30V. This one is also marked S30V. Same finish. Instead of a nail nick, it has a, opening groove. I don't know what you call it. Okay. And then it has over on the backside a bottle opener. Now, if it were me, I would have made that into like a flat nosed screwdriver because you've already got it. It could have been a small, it didn't need to be very big, but you could have just made that into something like this one, with a little bit of just a flat bladed screwdriver on this. And I think that would have been a little more utilitarian. Now, do you need a flat-bladed screwdriver when you're out camping? Quite possibly. I mean, I am guessing, and it's been a long time since I was camping. You take a couple tools with you to set up the grill, the, camp stove that you bring. Maybe you need a screwdriver. Like I think that was a little bit of a miss on this guy. Okay. Let me go through the specs really, really quick on this. It's 4 inches closed and 7 inches overall with the large blade. The smaller blade is going to be a little smaller, but you know what? I gave you the long side. The blade is 2.96 versus 1.96, 2.7 inch cutting edge, 1.78. Behind the edge was a little different also, which I thought was interesting. 0.015 and 0.01. The blade thickness is 0.088 and 0.087. Okay. Overall is 0.55. And this one weighs in at 3.6 ounces. Okay. So actually, let me leave this open. So we're going to show what it comes with today. Well, what it comes with, because that's what you got. This guy comes with the bottle opener and a screwdriver, a scraper and nut wrench, nut driver, if you will, for multiple different sizes of nuts, and one single blade with a super high mirror polish, super crazy hollow grind, like crazy hollow grind. These are flat ground. And this guy weighs in at 2.4 ounces. So almost an ounce lighter. Does that matter on a camping trip? Maybe if you're backpacking. Okay. You get a couple extra tools. This guy can and is modular. That's the whole point. This guy runs $240, which, if you read the comments of my other video, the consensus was that was ridiculously overpriced. Those are the comments words, not mine. I don't necessarily disagree with the comments, but the Benchmade is $250 list price. And it's not modular. S30V, S35, or 45. They don't say. They say they're using S35, 45, and MagnaCut. But this one, I am 99% sure, is 35 or 45. I think even ASK Knives is going to be smart enough, if it's MagnaCut, to put MagnaCut labeling on it and charge more, because that's what they do. S30V versus S35. I'm not a metallurgist nor a steel snob, so I personally don't care. All things being equal, I like my Swiss Champ, which I didn't grab for this video. Sorry. You can go check this one out, which will be linked up here somewhere. I do like the modularity of this because they do have different tools. They are coming out with more tools. They do have different blades and are coming out with more blades. What I did not realize when I did the video on this is that the modularity doesn't end with just changing tools. So right now this is like double stacked, right? You have 2 rows of tools. You can shrink it down and just have 1 row with just 1 blade or just 2 tools. You can also stack it to be 3 rows and pack more things into it. So you have a lot more flexibility with the ASK knife Jefferson versus the Benchmade Weekender. The plastic scales suck. These are not aftermarket, but these are optional scales. It comes in an orange when you just buy it. Dagny, being a 10-year-old girl, wanted the pink scales, which I love. That's awesome. But they're just plastic. They're super slick. I don't think that's a good call. They need some kind of jimping if they're going to do the plastic scales. I would like them to do something a little bit more higher end for your $240, personally. I think this micarta, while it's smooth, it's not slippery. There's just a natural texture-ish to this that I like better. And I love the Stonewash finish. The purpose of this tool is to use it as a daily tool. Whether you're using the knife, the screwdrivers, the whatever, you're going to use these tools. And with this high polished finish, it's going to get dinged up, scratched up, marred up, and not look great after use. Even once you wipe it down and get the tape residue off and things like that, it's just not ideal for a knife, in my opinion, that is intended to be used out in the field, whatever your field is. You could be an electrician and use this, or out in the woods, or, whatever. So I would like this in a Stonewash with its modularity. That would be a higher, that would rank higher than the Benchmade, in my opinion. Now, I didn't mean this to be just a total comparison video, but I did want to talk about this. And, well, I hung on to this so that I could compare them. You can adjust the pivots on these to make them easier and harder to open and close. I think this one is set pretty good now. I did adjust it. Cliff told me that he had it cranked down a little bit tough. But you can see just by opening it there, it's got fingerprints all over it. And you have to touch it to open it. I will say, I really love this, the hole being all the way through. The nail nick thing, I hate. I hated it on my Swiss Champ for the last 30 years. I just hate it. I feel like I'm going to rip my nail off almost every time. The way this is configured, you can literally pinch it and open it, both blades. Okay? I love that about this. This, you ain't pinching nothing. Like, even this guy here, you can't pinch it. So you have to use the nail nick, and you're going to have to almost rip your nails off. And I don't like that. I don't like that on my Swiss Champ or any of these Swiss Army knives that I own. I don't like that fact. I love this. I love the micarta. I like 240 better than I like 250. But you can use 10% off. You can do the math. Gil may even have it a little bit less on his website. I don't know. There will be a link to his website down below. Please go check out the video on this guy over here. Please go check out Gil's website down below. He's got Medford, Benchmade, CRKT, ProTech, ZT, I think, tactile turn pens. I love my tactile turn pen. I think I'm going to try to get another one from Gil for my giveaway. So yeah, he's got Boker and a bunch of cool stuff, and you get 10% off all of it. So go check him out. Also, let me know your thoughts down below. Is modularity better than micarta and Stonewash? I don't know. You guys tell me. And is 250 also ridiculous? If 240 was nuts, is 250 nuts-er? You tell me. Thanks a lot, guys.